And now for something a little bit different. I was asked a while back on my YouTube channel to take part in this chess personality test, which I'm going to go through with you guys now. And I've done this before, but it was a long time ago, and I can't remember what I got actually. And it's a really fun website, which I suggest you all have a go at yourselves. I'll give you a link to the website now. Here is the website, www.chesspersonality.com. And what this does, through a series of tests, it tells you what player you're most like. So it's going to be quite interesting, and I'm going to do this quite quickly and just find out what kind of player I'm going to be like. Am I going to be like Garry Kasparov? Am I going to be a bit of a wimp? I'd imagine I'm going to should be like a Tao-like sacrificial nutter. So we're going to see how accurate this chess personality is as well. Is it actually like me? You guys probably know my style of chess as well. Or is it just some charade? I don't know. Let's see. So have a guess now what you think it will be. And we'll go through this step by step. So let's take the quiz. Okay, so which side would you rather play in the following position? Well, here I'd rather play white. So, okay, when you're playing tournaments, you usually score with consistent results or extremes. Very extreme I am, a little bit like a roller coaster. So we're going to have to go with B. Okay, what best describes how you think about this position in the Srezhnikov? Black has given up the critically important D5 square. Black has lots of potential counterplay with a bishop pair and the F5 pawn break. Now, honestly, I would have to say it's a bit of both, because, you know, white does have this big square, but black's got quite a lot of action. I'm going to go for A, though, because this square on D5 is a massive square. So we'll go for A. Which statement is closer to the truth? I bring my best game when facing opponents I dislike. I don't really notice my opponent. Well, look, if you see me play on YouTube, and when I'm playing like the animal, and I get really angry, I certainly try to give him some. So we're going to have to go for A. Black has just played G5. Instinct is to take on G5. I'm not even going to think about that one. Knight takes G5. I would instinctively think of that. I mean, come on. Do you play gambits? Let me think about that one. Yes. Okay. How would you think about whether or not to take on G5 as white? I'd evaluate the placement of the pieces, decide if the attack seemed promising. I calculate several variations to decide if white's attack is strong enough. Well, I think if you want to be a good chess player, you have to rely on calculations, especially if you're going to give up a piece. You can't just go willy-nilly throwing pieces away, can you? Say, oh, this may work, this may work. No, you have to do a bit of calculations. So it has to be B. Under serious time pressure, you're more likely to miss a tactic, probably, I have to say. You've seen me do that. Or move pieces aimlessly. Oh, I don't know. I do both of them, don't I? Probably move pieces aimlessly, but I don't know. In a game, miss a tactic? I'll go for A, but I'll probably do both. Okay, so we're nearly halfway through the test. Which of these ideas do you prefer for white? White should trade bishops and put a strong knight on d4. White should push d4. It has to be number A. A has to be correct. I mean, that's the right thing to do. Put the knight on d4. Don't put a pawn on d4. The knight belongs on d4. So I don't think that's even a test of personality. That's just the right answer. You start the game out with d4. What would you rather your opponent play d5 or the Dutch? Woohoo! Well, the Dutch is a bloody good opening, isn't it? And you should buy the GingerGM DVD, so it will have to be d5. You have been ahead of pawn for most of the game, but after tough resistance from your opponents, you only have 5 minutes left in this position. Should you play on or offer your opponent a draw? As white here, we play for a win. Of course we do. We don't do any of this polyfooting around with drawing or that rubbish. Which statement comes closer to your feelings? It is always a joy to be paired with someone you've crushed in the past. The odds of winning are slightly higher against opponents one has previously beaten. I think B. You have to give your opponent a bit of respect, and I kind of up my game if I've lost or won against someone before, so I'll go for B. With plenty of time on the clock, what would you do in this position? Cry. No, that's not the answer. Trade on e6 and play rook d7. The endgame is good for white, or redirect the knight to c3 via a3. I'd probably trade on e6 here, to be honest. Invest some serious time calculating whether... Yeah, it have to be b. Again, this comes back to exchanges. If you're ever going to go in for exchanges in chess, you should spend an extra time. Calculation is the main part of chess, so it has to be b. Let's not go for a. What do you think of the famous... Oh, chess is 99% tactics. Well, it has to be. I agree. And I've just said that. God, it can read my mind as well, this test. So we'll go for A. How do you feel about this wild gambit line for black? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Halloween gambit. I can tell this already. Is it the... I think it's the Halloween, Frankenstein, Dracula, Hammer Horror, a Nightmare, Halloween... Freddy Krueger gambit, something like that. I like my chances, and this is a mess. Of course, I'd love this kind of crazy position to be. After losing a game, have you ever broken something or yelled out loud? Yes, I have indeed. I've yelled out loud and broken something. Broken probably a knuckle in my fist, actually, by smacking myself in the head on multiple occasions. So yes, it has to be a B. White to playing castle, queenside. We're not even going to think about that. Castle on opposite sides of the boards to get an attack, rocking and rolling. Queenside. Which is closer to the truth? I get excited or nervous before a game. I don't worry about prizes, money. I just play my game. I get excited and nervous. I'm a chess professional. I need the bloody money. You know, I've got to feed my 20 kids. How am I supposed to feed 20 kids if I don't win some prize money? It has to be A. Okay, number 19. How would you come up with a plan in this position as white with inspiration? Consider the strengths and weaknesses of black's position and decide where my pieces feel best. That's A. I will calculate some lines for white and see how strong various possibilities are. I would probably in this position, because it's so early on, just go with my instinct and go for A. So I'm going to go for A. Hello, Beppe. Are you coming to help me out with the chess personality test? Say hello to Beppe. This is next door neighbour's cat, and he's going a bit mad at the moment. Okay, which is harder for you to do? Identify my advantages and build a plan. Trade a good position for a strong attack. Well, I'm very happy. Give me any kind of attack, I will rock and roll. So this is the last question. What personality am I going to be? Place your bet. Are you ready? I'm going to have to go for A. Here we go. Nakamura is a barbarian. Okay, so here we go. I'm a barbarian. Rah. You know what? I have to say that is kind of like... That's kind of cool. Do I want to be like Nakamura? I think Nakamura wants to be like me. You want to be like me? Okay, let's read this out. So apparently this is what I is. What I is. That's very bad English, you know what I mean. Barbarians do not mess around. And they hunt the opponent's king. Yeah, that's me. From the beginning to the end of the game. Yeah, that is me. They are attacking players who are willing to accept a lot of risks. Yeah, that is me. I like risks. Calculating complications and dangers that make their opponents squirm. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Barbarians put their heart into the game. A typical barbarian might get upset if something goes wrong in a tournament and have a disaster. Yes, I kind of hit the bar if that happens. On the other hand, ride an unstoppable wave of successes when things go right. Yes, I'm bloody unstoppable when things go right and bloody depressed when things go bad. But barbarians aren't usually the type to offer draws. Yeah, hate them. And their main goal is to create unusual and complicated situations. Yeah, I would go with that. Hikaru Nakamura is a barbarian. There we go. So Hikaru Nakamura is a player. You can have a look at his little profile there. Recommended opens Queen's Gambit Sicilian Defence. Oh, well, thank you very much for that. Should I share my results? Well, no, because you should watch the bloody YouTube video. Attacking chess. Okay, I'm quite high up on scale. I'm very aggressive. I would say I'm quite intuitive, though, rather than calculating. Some of the questions I would have tended to say I'm more of an intuitive player. Emotional, I'm not bloody calm, am I? If you want calm, go and like listen to someone else. I can't help it. I'm just not a calm character. I can be calm, but only on a Sunday. Okay, well there you go. If you want to do that chess personality test yourselves, go over to this link here. I'm not actually selling anything here. I don't work for chesspersonality.com. Just thought it was fun. So I haven't got any invested interest in this. But thank you for watching that. And something a bit different. I'm sort of a bit harder for me to do videos at the moment because I'm dog sitting as well as I'm around and about, basically. But I'll be back with more proper videos, blitz, etc., etc. soon. So cheers, thank you very much, like and subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.